Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you are good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today we have another update for you, and I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
The one they call the Finnish president, Alex Stubb, he's crying like a baby. He's crying, lamenting for Ukraine, screaming and shouting for Ukraine, asking for the whole world to support Ukraine against Russia. But it's so funny. Today, we are hearing that Freedom House, the organization responsible for ranking countries, when it comes to those that respect the rule of law, those that obey human rights and respect human rights, again, they have given Finland, Norway, Sweden to an extent as well, 100%. This is the problem. So please, for the lovers of Biafra, those that love Simon Ekpa, those that love Nnamdi Kanu, those that see the hanky-panky that Ukraine, or I would say Finland, is doing with Nigeria, it is time we write to the Freedom House. We must help educate them what Finland is doing to our Prime Minister, Obatobie. They must know that Finland cannot be trusted and it's a slap on the face of Africa. A slap on the face on we the Biafrans that Finland and Norway are scoring 100 points. They are top ranked when it comes to those countries that respect and obey the rule of law. I can't the one that say, what did happen here? Is it that Freedom House does not, get engaged in social media? Can they see what is happening in Finland and also in the land of Biafra? So at this point, before we go deeper, I want us to just hear when this man is blabbing his mouth, talking about all the things he's talking about for Ukraine. And then I'll ask him some questions. That how come you have so much love for another country? Ukraine is not even your native country. But somehow you profess this, your solidarity, love, and support for Ukraine. But you feel somehow for a man like Simon Ekpa, who is supporting his own birthplace, Biafra. You locked him up in somewhere where he's incommunicado. He cannot communicate with the outside world. Alexander Stubb, what's going on? The same way Finland is dealing with Biafra, Norway is dealing with Ambazonia. Let's continue and hear this man, the way he's so angry about the delay happening between Ukraine and Russia. Listen, he's so angry. Listen.
I'm getting a little bit frustrated about this debate on boots on the ground, because that sort of misses the whole point. That is that the strongest boots on the ground in the world right now are with Ukraine. They have the land forces. Then it's a question about which phase and how Europe will come to support Ukraine. In the air, in the sea, with reconnaissance, with intelligence, etc., etc.
Hold it there. See how he's speaking. He is so frustrated. Saying that when it comes to boot on the ground, Ukraine is number one. They have the best boot on the ground in Europe. Similar to the Biafrans, when we say men on ground, I hope now you understand the similarities. But this man said he's frustrated. He's speaking on behalf of a different country. But somehow it is a curse, a taboo. Simon Ekpa is called a terrorist for speaking on behalf of his own country, his native country, his motherland. Alexander Stubb, what's the meaning of this? That's my question. What is the meaning of this? How come it is okay for you to say all these things? But it's not okay. It's a taboo. It's against the law. It's a war crime for a black man to speak on behalf of his native country, Biafra. A black Finnish, a man who has Finnish citizenship. He is speaking for his native country, Biafra, and you locked him up and threw away the keys, but you are speaking for a different country. You are speaking on behalf, you are advocating for Ukraine. and it's okay for you to do it. You feel frustrated that America is trying to slow things down. You feel frustrated that America is trying to talk about ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. You feel frustrated that Europe, they are dragging their feet when it comes to supporting and sponsoring Ukraine. You feel frustrated. Those are your words, not mine. Take it back and listen again. Listen.
A little bit frustrated about this debate on boots on the ground.
Hold it there. Hold it there for me.
Sort of
Hold it there, sir. Hold it there for me. That's the problem. He's frustrated about the boots on the ground. The delay for Ukrainians to have their boots on the ground. He's tight. He's fidgeting. He's angry. He's frustrated. Fellow Biafrans, let it sink in. If you think you are in America, you are in Japan, Australia, anywhere around the world where they profess human rights, they say they believe in the Equality Act of 2010. Oh my God. Biafrans, make sure that they understand something. Those rights, to call a spade, only extend to the native of those lands. Those their so-called rights only ends in their corridor. If you're a black man living in Finland, you're wasting your time. If you're a black man living in Europe, you're wasting your time. They don't extend those so-called fundamental human rights to you. Because if you ask me, I don't understand how a third world country like Nigeria can hold Nnamdi Kanu for 5 years now and counting. And Britain, that Nnamdi Kanu draws his citizenship from, a black citizen of Britain was kidnapped from Kenya, sent to Nigeria, and Britain is doing nothing about it. You and I know if that person was a white man, by now the story will be different. So I want you to start seeing things the way things are. That as long as you are in a foreign land on your sojourn, do not expect them to extend that freedom and liberty to you. They do the good talk. They talk the good talk. Even in the workplace, there's something they call the institutional racism. In the workplace, they call it institutional racism. But they pretend as if they love you. Because I don't understand how this man here is professing his love for Ukraine. He's feeling frustrated. That kind of the other countries, they are dilly-dallying when it comes to funding and supporting Ukraine against the war with Russia. He's frustrated. But the Biafrans, we have to just take it on the chin. We cannot speak for the liberation of our own country, Biafra. If you are based in Finland and you speak about Biafra, they call you, they tag you a terrorist, they lock you up somewhere incommunicado for 7 months. They work hand in hand with the Nigerian government to blackmail you for speaking for your freedom. But this man can speak on behalf of Ukraine, and it's okay. They see him as a champion. He was awarded, his country was awarded the most peaceful country, the most law-abiding country around the whole world by Freedom House. Fellow Biafrans, this is the problem.